live. Okay, let's see here. Hey, everybody, this is Chris. I'm going to share my screen here in just a second. I have to bring it up, though, so let me get over here. Okay, so give me a second here while I get this up and running. I just have to switch over from my class to my page here. Let's go back. Do we have Econ 101? Yep, there we go. So let me go ahead and share my screen. What am I looking for here? I need to give me just a second here. I think I can see myself. I'm sorry about this early part in the video, guys. I need to just close a few things because I don't want any information to be out. So give me just a second here and I will, here we go. Let's see here. Why is this showing me weird things? Let me do the entire screen. Share. There we go. And I think we talked last week about Section, well, a couple weeks ago, because I missed last week because I was working on my own Section 8. I'm just going to double check real quick and make sure that I am on, because this is odd. It doesn't give me the little picture down here like Zoom does. So I just want to check. There we go. All right, very good. So hi, everybody. And this way I can see if you guys jump into the chat, we can kind of see like what's going on. So today we are going to talk about inflation. There is there's a YouTube channel out there, and his name is Mike Zuber. I met him recently in Vegas. He's an excellent YouTube channel. He's a great guy. And what happened is he has been saying for a while that inflation is a feature, not a bug. And I was thinking about that, and I don't think a lot of people understand that. So I thought maybe we should explain this. So there's a couple different things with that. The first thing you have to understand is the business cycle. Now, there are many economists out there who do not really like business cycle, and they believe that the central bank kind of manipulates the market to create cycles. I'm not here to argue the validity of that. What I will say is if you look at historical data, we generally have cycles. So this is kind of what is, and this is what I'm going to focus on. In a business cycle environment, what we do is we have ups, which we call expansions, and we have downs, which we call recessions. Why do we have downs? Why do we have recessions? Well, what happens is, this is kind of the second point here, is people, they get fearful and they stop spending. An economist years ago called this animal spirits. And what this meant was that people would withdraw their spending. And then as that happens, if we were to go back to a supply and demand graph, supply, demand, if demand shifts inward, then the price point drops. And what happens to the suppliers? Well, some of them are going to lose a lot of money, and they're going to fall out of the market. They're going to go out of business. And what happens is it will increase, because now, let's say they had 100 workers. Now we have 100 people unemployed. And at this point is when we have in the cycle the turnover. We turn over to a recessionary market. Now, how do you combat this as a supplier? What you do, because you produce something here. You have sunk costs, but can you salvage it? Can you lower prices? Yes. And if you do, if you lower prices from the original price level here, right? This is price, this is quantity, and you lower prices to the new price level here, price 2, you will meet the demand 2, the shifted demand that shifted over. And if you do that, then consumers will buy your product. Chris, how does this play a role in inflation? Well, I'm glad you asked. If we're right here and we know car dealerships are going to lower their price, will we wait or will we purchase? We will wait until this happens, and then we will buy somewhere on the down, somewhere from here to here. And we're going to anticipate that it's at the curve of at the trough, and then when it goes back up to expansion. Now, if we did that for every good and product and service that we had, the business cycle that looks something like this would look much similar to this in the same time frame. So rather than have an elongated recession of a few years, we would have a sharp recession followed by a sharp uptick, followed by a sharp recession. Okay? So what happens is the central bank, they come in and they say, we need to have, this is kind of the third thing, to combat COM, Chris. CO. Come on. Combat erratic business cycles and unemployment drops. We need to have an inflation number, or target, they call it a target. They generally want to target an inflation rate. And what this does is it makes this downturn here that people will try to time and price. And what it does is it kind of eliminates that. Because yes, prices may drop on some goods and services, like lawn care in January or snow removal in June. But in the overall scheme of things, let's say we go from Jan, and this is why we have the stock market that looks similar. If I get rid of this time and price, it's not going to let me. So this is why the stock market kind of looks like this sometimes. Right? Because what's happening is these points here are buying points, but they're not extending based on this market situation where people get fearful. People understand that, yeah, prices are going to go down now, but they're not going to stay down. So I either have to get in now and buy a good or service, or I have to wait. So with this feature, what happens is we have a relatively smooth growth rate as opposed to a sharp increase, sharp downturn, followed by a sharp upturn. So when Mike Zuber says that inflation is a feature, not a bug, it is. Keep in mind, because I guess what I'm saying when he says that, and what I am adding to it is that it is a feature in that with the central bank system that we have, it is necessary for lighter volatility. We do not want this type of market. We do want some sort of market that has a general steady upturn, up growth pattern with very small dips along the way. Okay. So I just thought I'd bring this up, and we're doing, let's see, what do I got here? I got I don't know how long I've been on here. Been on here just a little bit long, I'm gonna stop sharing here. So I think when I stop and I go to the back to YouTube, it'll tell me how long I've been on here. I've been on 12 minutes. I know that I missed last week. It's because I was actually doing some renovations, which I'll show you guys on my phone here. We are turning over a unit. I think I had mentioned that a while back, and I was able to go. I had to go back over to that place to do some extra painting. So here is like I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah, there we go. So that's one of the walls there in the bathroom. And then what I was doing last Thursday after my office hours is I was able to get that fully painted, all white. Going all white with this guy. And then here's the main room. It's got a little bit of fireplace. And then there's another picture of it. I got to go paint that door and then that windowsill too. I got to paint that before the first. So, but anyway, I just thought I'd share this because I know I haven't been on here for a while, but I want to try to be very consistent as I have office hours. I want to provide you guys with an understanding of what the what economics is in the real estate market. There is a lot of people out there that talk about the economy. A lot of times they come from a finance perspective. They don't understand the full aspect of the subject, and and then there's on the other side of that, there's a lot of people. I'm going to put this up here on my little screen holder. On the other side of that, there's a lot of people out there who just do not like the system, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. If they can have a good argument about why a system is wrong, it's always good to critique it. There's always a benefit in looking at a market and giving it a review. Sometimes I think some people go a little too far and they're like, well, we need to have something better, and then they don't offer anything better. I'm more of a solutions guy. Let's figure out if something's wrong and can we find a solution? So with that, it's 14:45. I'll let you guys go. I appreciate you guys watching this afterwards, and I'm just going to keep doing it every week. Take care. Oh, hold on here. Not yet. Keep up the great work. Oh, very good. Thank you very much, Trade Better 20. All right, thanks. And take care. All right, you guys, you take it easy, and we'll talk soon, okay? Bye, guys.